Good morning. Happy Sunday. Interesting day. It is still early here. My day started at 1:30 this morning when a client called having issues. Hey, my people are welcome to call me 24/7. That's the nice thing. And I don't charge extra for that. So, bottom line, I did a post just a few minutes ago about what I feel. This is just my little Brenda opinion, of course. The 3 stages of healing. And the purpose of this is to move people out of staying a victim. Because for many people, once you're there, they will stay there to the point that will become their comfort zone. They will always pull that ace out. Well, this happened to me when I was little, or I went through this, or I went through that. You did. That's right. That was then. This is now. Let's move forward. Let's heal the wounds and go forward. So, the first step of the stage is when you are identified as a victim. I don't care if you had a heart attack, if it's cancer, God forbid you are a victim of human trafficking or a sex crime or any crime, a violent crime. At that moment, you are indeed a victim. Absolutely, positively. And what I want you to do, I want you to be smart. I want you to find out what you're dealing with. I want you to be educated. I don't mean social media. I don't mean talking to your next door neighbor, second cousins, third wife's, hairdresser's, barber's son, or, get the facts. Actual facts. Not social media, not Wikipedia, real life facts. Talk to experts. If it's a legal matter, talk to an attorney. If it's a medical issue, I want you to talk to a doctor and get a second opinion. A good doctor will never be offended if you say, hey, can I get a second opinion on this? I just want to see what somebody else says. That's not going to faze them at all, and they will in all likelihood refer you to somebody, maybe give you 2 or 3 names. That's good. I want you informed. Be smart. Be educated. Know what you're up against. You need to know what the future holds if you're a victim. If you're a victim of a crime, you may have to testify. That is very, very scary. You need to know the process. You need to talk to your attorneys, to the prosecutor. Know the courtroom. They will even let you sit on a witness stand and kind of get comfortable and work with you. Work with a victim advocate. There's all kinds of people there to encourage you and support you. Take those resources to heart. If it's a medical issue, you had a heart attack, God forbid you need a transplant, you need major surgery, it's a cancer diagnosis, or worse, a terminal illness, get educated. Talk to the doctors. Talk to the experts, the specialists. You and your family. They're going to be more than happy to talk to you. And this goes for both, think the little hamster wheel's turning, as you can tell. When you're a victim, it's not just you, it's your family. Your extended family. Everybody that loves you is affected. Get the information so you make smart choices. Okay? Know what you're up against and then proceed. Now, the minute you decide you're going to fight back, the minute you decide if you're a victim of a crime, I'm fighting back, I'm going to testify. You switch, boom. You're no longer a victim, you're a survivor. We're not going to take this. We're going to stand up and we're going to fight. If you had a heart attack, fine, fix it. If I need stents, let's do stents. If I need bypass, let's get it done, because I'm taking over and I'm changing my life. I'm managing my illness. My illness will not manage me. With cancer. Hey, 2014, I had breast cancer, bilateral mastectomy, been there, done that. And yeah, initially, when I found out I had to have a double mastectomy, I went to my car and I cried. I got my best friend on the phone and I cried. And then I decided, okay, I'm going to get through this and I'm going to light the path for somebody else. I'm going to help others going through this, and I have. That's when you decide to fight back. If it's a terminal illness, and if that's the case, honey, I am so sorry. But I want you to make some smart decisions. Talk to hospice. Know what they have to offer. You have rights. Even though you may be dying or your loved one may be dying, you have rights. You have the right to die with dignity and compassion on your terms. Talk to your family, because I promise you, they're not going to, in all likelihood, they're not going to agree with what you're going to want to do. That's fine. When it's their turn, they can do it their way. Right now, you're calling the shots. This is about you. It's not about them. Okay? So get educated. And I hate to say survivor, but we're going to take over and we're going to manage this. You're going to step up and you're going to do this your way. Okay? And the third. So we've gone from victim to survivor. Now we step into warrior. Okay? You've started your healing journey. You've completed the healing journey. And now you're going to light the path for somebody else. Now you're going to share your story with others. You're going to mentor people. You're going to light the path for other people. Maybe it's just by example, living a good, healthy lifestyle, eating healthier. You gave up smoking. Maybe you don't drink as much. You're starting to exercise. That counts. Absolutely. Absolutely, absolutely. If you are a victim of a crime, there's all kinds of things you can do. You know, there are Mothers Against Drunk Driving. There are all kinds of programs through schools that you can go talk to students, depending on the type of crime you were involved in. Get out, use your voice, use your experience to help others. And there are a few people and families that are terminal, and they will go out when they can. Sometimes it's by video, and share their story. This is why you shouldn't smoke. This is why you shouldn't do this. This is why you shouldn't do that. It's important. It's very important for the families. Allow your loved one to do this. You don't have to step in and take over, even though you want to. I lost my parents. I lost my mom in 97. It'll be April 4th, which is next week. It's an anniversary. 1997, I lost her to lymphoma. And in 2015, I lost my dad. I'm a nurse. Trust me, I wanted to step in and take over because I knew what needed to be done. That didn't matter because it's their life. They have to do it their way. That was really, really hard for me. I am a bit of a type A person. I know that surprises you, but I am. I adored my parents. I wanted the very best for them. But it had to be on their terms. My mom wanted to die at home. Of course, I wanted her in a hospital, no pain. I wanted everybody waiting on her hand and foot. It's not what she wanted. She wanted to be at home with her loved ones. She passed at home with her loved ones. God bless her, you know? That's fine. And when my dad died, I was right there with the nurses. I was holding him in my arms when he drew his last breath, and the nurses allowed me to call time of death, which may sound really gross to some people, but if you're a nurse, that's an honor. And I was praying with him till he took his last breath. But he did it his way. He had to do it his way. I had to love him enough, and listen to this, you have to love them enough to accept the fact it's not about you. You're going to miss them. It's going to break your heart, but let them do it their way, okay? I have dealt with a lot of families dealing with violent crime, a lot of men and women who are victims of rape, molestation, child molestation, just all kinds of stuff through the years. Families are torn on this. They will want the person to come forward and to testify and have the abuser, the pedophile, put in jail, unless it's a family member. And then the family split down the middle. And it goes back and forth and fighting, and we're not going to speak to this person and that person, and how dare you? No, it's about the victim. It's about the victim. And it's about that victim's healing journey. Nothing else. Whoever committed this crime, and it is a crime, you knew when you did it, there would be consequences. And as I have said a million times, we are all responsible for our own actions, inactions, attitudes, behaviors, and the consequences. You hurt someone, you molest a child, there are consequences. You rob a bank, there are consequences. You know that going in. So don't belittle or victimize a victim any further, telling them, oh, you shouldn't say anything. You don't need to. He's sorry. She didn't mean to do it. Yeah, they did. And they would probably do it again and again and again. This is about the victim's healing journey, so stay out of it. If you can't be supportive and back them, stay out of it. I'm going to get off my soapbox now. But now you understand the 3 stages of healing when you're first the victim. Set with it. Okay, you understand what happened. Become knowledgeable about what you're facing. And then we're going to flip that switch and go from victim to survivor. If you're a victim of a violent crime, I want you in therapy. Go to a medical doctor to get a physical. I want you healthy. Find out if there's any broken bones, any internal damage, any disease. Find out so it can be dealt with. Absolutely. But I need you in therapy. I want you healthy physically, emotionally, mentally. For people dealing with a chronic illness, those with a heart attack, with cancer, whatever it might be, many times therapy will help. I deal with a lot of people that are struggling with wrapping their head around their illness. They went from having a very active lifestyle and really doing all kinds of fun stuff. They have to check that now. They have to cut back. They have to make some changes, and that can be hard. That's okay. Not a problem. But we're going from victim to survivor. And once you start the healing journey, once you have the bypass, once you start chemo, we're now a survivor. We're going to have that survivor attitude. We're going to step in and we're kicking ass. And then once it's over, the day you finish chemo, when they check you out of the hospital after your bypass surgery, whatever it might be, then we're a warrior for other people. We're going to stand up and share our story and help others. Just my thoughts. I could be wrong. I'm not. No, I could be wrong.